I'm standing on the swim deck of the Prestige X70. This boat has created such a stir. Prestige have completely reimagined what's possible with deck designs, space, so much clever design, so much to show you in a 70-foot hull, including 4 staterooms. Quite incredible. I'm so excited to show you. So let's jump on board now and take a good look around. First thing to note is this fold down lounging chair off the transom. What a fantastic space that is. Easily big enough for 3 or 4 people to come down and enjoy proceedings off the back of the boat. Of course, this swim deck is high-low, space for a large tender to sit here, but it really is when we get onto the aft cockpit where all the magic and the imagination and the clever design starts. So let's skip up here and take all of this in. Now, the first thing that you notice is the size of this cockpit is huge. They actually call it their infinity cockpit. It is absolutely massive, and I'll explain to you how they've achieved that. But let me just swing around and show you the view from here, because the first thing that I love is this glass transom. Complete view out, whether you're underway or just wanting a better view of what's happening out the back of the boat. This gives you that, and all of this space, so plenty of room for people to move around and socialize and mix. It's really incredible. We're underneath this bimini, so you can have complete sunlight, complete shade. I love it right now. We've got the early morning sun and it's a beautiful space to be in. 2 big lounging areas on both sides of this cockpit, here and here. And what's very clever about the design of this is the way in which this sun pad also serves as dining sitting for the dining table behind us. I think that's super clever. We've got the convenience of a wet bar behind here. If I find the latches, we've got the usual conveniences, fridges. This will have another fridge there. Beautiful quality. Something that I think Prestige are doing exceptionally well is the quality of their surfaces and their finishes is exceptional. Beautiful curved edges. This is a really nice stone. It might even be natural marble, but it is beautiful. And that sink being recessed just has a very, very elevated feel to it. If I spin around, you can see there's a hatch there. We'll get to that later. And then just ahead of me, we've got some stairs. Now, this is where the design is so clever by Prestige. What they've done is they've really eliminated side decks. So if you think about the size of side decks, maybe be 2.5 feet on a boat like this, and on both sides it's giving you an extra 5 feet to use in your main salon. And then we'll show you how you actually get forward to the foredeck and the bow. But what that then means when you take those side decks away is you have this absolutely beautiful and huge main deck salon. Now, I was recently on a 90 or 95 foot motor yacht at the show. This feels the same size as that. Very, very big. All of this furniture is freestanding. So you could bring in here, you could ask Prestige to have whatever furniture that you like in here and configure this to your liking, because you just have so much space. Really is special. It's a beautiful, beautiful 2-piece coffee table as well. Stunning. The other thing that wouldn't have been obvious through the camera is that the aft cockpit and the salon all comes through on one level. So that's a very nice feeling that we're not going up and down stairs. It's a very seamless connection through. Through to the galley, which is sort of midships, and looks aft. Now, that's a really striking panel at the front of that sort of galley island. You don't have to have that. I quite like it. But you can order this from Prestige in all different types of finishes. But that is quite striking. I've seen this at night, and it's actually quite beautiful. But if we just spin around, we'll take a look at that galley. You can see how nice that is if you're in here looking back out through the salon out to the rear of the boat. It's really quite nice, isn't it? A very well equipped galley, large sinks, a big 4-burner hob there, ovens. I really like the finishing of these handles being leather. I've actually seen that on one of Prestige's Power Cats, and I think that's really nice. Feels great and looks really good as well. A very big domestic sized fridge freezer, huge. So you're well equipped there. And then if I spin around further, you've got the luxury of an appliance coffee station. And I really think that is a great thing to have. You can see we've got the pull-out drawer there for your different utensils, etc. But that's lovely, isn't it? That just looks really, really cool. Something else that I've not seen on a boat this size is behind this cupboard. And I'll show you what that is when I open this up. Is we have a dedicated coffee station in there. That's clever, isn't it? The way in which all of those coffee pods have been assembled. It's a little thing, but it's a very thoughtful, considered thing. And then underneath here, there's a dedicated charging port for a Dyson vacuum. And again, with the owner in mind, that's a really clever feature. One, gives you a dedicated space to store your vacuum, and it's always recharging for you. Lovely. Let's step up and take a look at the helm. This is a lovely area. These X70s will be probably mostly operated by their owners. There is a crew cabin on the boat, but they've been designed really for the owner in mind. So if you're capable, you can skipper these yourself. And this is a beautiful helm station if you are the owner. It comes standard with these 3 Raymarine multifunction displays. There's a red light fitted as well for night cruising, so you don't have to have all the lights on board. And the view from the helm seat is fantastic, a really true 380-degree view out, which is fantastic. I'll talk to you in a second about access to the foredecks. But some other nice features are these little occasional settees here. If you want to keep the skipper company or you need some company, you've got that. And there's another one of those just there. Lovely. Switching for things, lights and horns, etc. are all here. We've got the digital throttle controls there, the bow thruster, the Volvo Penta joystick is there. I think this is fitted with the Skyhook. But overall, it's just a lovely position to be, right centered in the middle, and that's got a lovely feel to it. So right at the start of the tour, I mentioned the clever design that gives us that huge salon where we've done away with the side decks. Well, the way in which you move forward on the boat is you essentially go up and over the main deck salon to the fly deck, and then that you have these side decks on the fly deck. So you can see the extra space that is being dedicated underneath us into the salon. Super, super clever, super clever. And that, of course, is the same on the starboard side as well. all of that is extra cockpit space. Very clever. But we're in the beautiful Flybridge. This area here is flexible. You can see we've got 2 sun lounges here today, but you could have other things here if you wanted. But that looks particularly inviting, doesn't it? It's beautiful. And then here we've got dining space for 8 people, and then a very large service area here. We've got a lot of storage underneath this one, and then underneath here we've got, it's like a meal preparation area. Like, I think that's super important. Sometimes you run out of space, and if you've got 8 guests to serve, this would be a great place to put your platters out and have your things prepared there, and people can come along, grab a plate and help themselves. But to prepare all of that delicious food, we've got an electric grill here. We'll just pop that back over. We've got a sink there, and then we've also got extra refrigeration underneath there. So this really is set up wonderfully well to entertain and be with your family and friends. The hard top comes well past the table. There's zippers here, so we can completely enclose this with those clears. If you want to be completely out of the weather up here, or just keep the weather out, you can do that. But if we move forward past the table, we find the Flybridge helm. Now this is positioned to the port side, so you might choose to do more of the skippering from up here. It gives you a better view down the side of the boat, of course, when you need to bring it into a marina and berth it. But we've got 2 large, I think these are the 15 or 18 inch Raymarine multifunction displays. Again, the Volvo Penta, a joystick, thrusters, engine controls. So pretty much what you've got downstairs, more or less. And again, a terrific view out from here through the clears today, but that's fantastic. Another little spot here where you can come and bring a cold drink and be next to the owner, or if you have a skipper. But that's a really nice spot, isn't it? So let's make use of that clever design and have a look at the foredeck. So move forward, just up the starboard side. You really feel tucked in. There's high bulwarks and beautiful teak underneath me. Very nice. Make our way all the way forward. So we can have a look at this serious deck gear here. It is proper stuff, isn't it? If you like geeking out on this stuff, we've got it here, the twin windlasses, big anchor locker over there. I'm not going to jump in there and have a look around, but all controlled, of course, from the helm as well. And then just behind that, we've got some socializing space. Here's a nice bench seat. People can come here and do what I'm about to do, which is sit down and enjoy looking out over the bow of the boat like that, past the boat's bell. You know you've got a proper boat when you've got a proper boat bell, don't you? And then some nice big sun lounging just here as well, with drink holders as you'd expect. So this is the place to be, I reckon, in the afternoon. If the Flybridge is too busy, you come up here and enjoy this space. So there's actually 2 ways to make your way down into the lower deck. We're going to take the one on the port side, because what I want to show you down here this beautiful owner's cabin. Isn't this lovely? I think it's really nice and a bit luxurious when you've got your own entrance down into your own owner's cabin. But this is typical of Prestige Fit and Finish. I like that curve, isn't it nice, the way that they've treated that. There's a little LED strip lighting. Very, very nice. Full beam, of course. We've got this really nice seating area just here. There's some big opening windows behind you. And then these areas are nice, where we've got a little dressing place, vanity area, or if that's closed, that can be a little office area, a little writing area. And then over here, we've got storage, some open shelving like that. A large, I'm going to say that's probably a 50-inch TV. And then across here, a bank of storage drawers. Very nice. And some of the thickest, most luxurious carpet. You can probably see my footprints all the way through that. Very, very nice. And then around behind the television, we've got a few things. We've got a very generous, well, it is a walk-in wardrobe actually, like this. Full hanging shelving. It's very, very nice. And then if I spin around in here, you'll see that we've got the owner's ensuite head. Really, really nice. Do you like this style of integrated sink and bench top? I think it can look really, really nice. This one does. Very big, and it gives you that, it's a pretty cool look, isn't it? I quite like those. Big rainfall shower, like this. A little place to sit just like that. Very nice. Nice hooks for your towels, etc. That's a really nice ensuite for the owners. Okay, let's make our way back out of here. Oh, before we do that, tucked in behind here is a very deep locker. You can see here we've used this for, the guys have got some of their jackets and things. That's very good, isn't it, for some of your bulkier clothes to be able to pop those in there. Terrific. Let's go up and have a look at the other three guest rooms. So we're going to move down on the starboard side. I love these little spiral staircases with the window here. It creates a little atrium and also creates this little sort of dramatic effect as you drop down. That's really cool. Down here, we've got three cabins. So the first is a very generous sized, this would be the VIP stateroom for your favourite family members or guests. And you can see here that it is itself full beam. So we've got, again, one of those nice vanity areas there. We've got a nice backlit hanging locker like this. I think we'll find there's another one in there. Really large, actually. Really large. Beautiful treatment of surfaces. This is like a really nice suede finish, and this has got that kind of fluted timber finish with a little reading light underneath the sconce like that. That's very cool. Really nice. Great headroom, as you'd expect. About a 42-inch television there. And then just off to the side is a pretty generous stateroom ensuite. That same design that we saw in the owner's cabin. and another enclosed shower like this. So we've carried that stone look right down into the base of the shower. I think that's pretty nice. Lots of storage. I think there's mirror storage behind here if I find the latch. There we go. 2 of those. Really nice. So let's move out of here. There's 2 more cabins to show you. And they're like a mirror of each other. So the first of those is this double. And again, it doesn't drop down at all. Sometimes when you get into these double berths, there's a little bit of step down to achieve some headroom. This doesn't do that, doesn't need that. There's about 6'4" of headroom, maybe more even. And this again has got that same beautiful level of finishing. They're good size singles. Again, those same nice sconces and lights. Windows there, television. And there's a good generous size hanging locker with some shelf space there. Pretty generous in fact. And a full length mirror behind the door. That's really handy. And then if we spin around, the 4th cabin is more or less the same. You can see that's those steps that zip up. I think they're the ones that take you up to the helm. I think that is what they are. But again, another lovely cabin. Nice window, little opening section there. And this one has some storage in here like this, which is pretty cool. And some more storage in here and here, and beautiful solid timber doors. These are the cabinetry quality on this Prestige is very, very nice. The last thing to show you on the lower deck is this is the shared head for those 2 smaller guest rooms, the 2 singles, and it would also be the day head. So there you go. Again, nice full enclosed shower, same lovely cabinetry, the same lovely sink, and the loo. Good stuff. So that's all of the lower deck. Let's come back out of here and let's talk about engines. Now it comes standard with Volvo Penta IPS 1200s. Now they're the 900 horsepower versions, or you could go for a slightly more powerful version, which is the IPS 1350s. They're the 1000 horsepower versions each. I'll put some information about top speeds, cruising speeds, ranges on the screen just here for you. But I think the real story with this beautiful boat is the incredible use of space, the innovation, the clever design, and the way in which we've really created the interiors, probably of a 90-foot boat into a 70-foot hull. So I think we'll leave it there. That's been an awesome tour. Thanks for watching. If you like this sort of content, please give it a like, share it with people, leave me a comment, just say, great video, Scott. That really helps the growth of the channel. And when the channel grows, that means I'm able to get on board fantastic boats like this. So let's leave it there. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you next week on another video. Bye for now.